Hello and welcome back to Psychic Interactive. Apologies because we went off air there, Nick. So we're gonna start that again. Your answer, because Jules was halfway through it. Now Inbaal is back up here, so let's read it out and get straight to that. Oh. Will you find
Man of Dreams?
Will you find Man of Dreams next year?
Next year. Next year is in 2005,
yeah.
Or maybe even before that or after that. Well, not before 2005. So the next few weeks are Dream Man free. Oh, that is so sad. I mean, compared to how Jules's coffee looks.
I know.
This one looks so uninspiring. Let me move it away so it doesn't depress anybody. It hasn't even got any caffeine in it, just to make it better. Or any
hot
sugar.
Brown water.
Yes. It's mud with sweetener. Right, nothing much happening in the next few weeks. Next year, there's going to be a lot of detail there that I'm going to wish later that I hadn't told you, because it'll just depress you, but it's actually really, really good news. Next year, there's a year-long relationship, which is going to be lovely and fantastic, and then there's a 6-month break, and the year after that is when you meet the man who will go with you for the rest of your life. So, I know that you're obsessing in front of the telly now and going, another year and a half until I meet the man of my dreams. No, stop obsessing. There's a whole beautiful, cozy year next year, and just, let's be practical. Think of it as the time where you really, really define who the man of your dreams is. Note down all the qualities that you like in next year's man, and then note down all the qualities you won't like, and the difference is going to be that next year's man is really 100% cozy, and that's really sort of, cooking for you, staying in front of the telly, checked, checked quilts and everything, and then when it comes to a year of that, you go, no, I don't really think I can manage another 49 years of this, and then you go and meet someone who's well, not similarly cozy, but similarly warm and a lot more into travel. Yeah?
Oh, it sounds fantastic.
So exactly. Let's make it a really, really good thing, because I know that if I was told that, I'd be obsessing as well, so I'm really with you. But it's actually a really, really good result.
It's a really good result. I'd love it if I had a reading like that.
I know.
You lucky girl.
Earmark those cards.
Yeah, can we just take them out and keep them for ourselves? We are going to go to a live caller comment. Let's see who's on the line.
My name's Starlight. I love and like you all. I just need some help with the next coming couple of months. It's coming up very worrying for me. Would it be possible for you to just have a look for me and see if there's any positive stuff there? Thank you to you all. Bye.
Okay, Starlight. See how many words you can leave in 30 seconds.
Loads, that's the thing. That's beautifully done. Thank you. So next couple of months are a worrying time.
So let's look at the coming 4 weeks and then the 4 weeks that follow. And I must say, both of them are beautiful cards. First of all, for the coming 4 weeks, it says don't turn down any opportunity. It's really one of my favorite cards, because that's all the good surprises coming through. And it says that there's going to be a lot of luck, and I'm getting some Irish connection there for some reason. So if there's someone Irish or with an Irish surname, make sure that you use the help that they're giving you. And then it's not exactly, because I was dividing it by 4 weeks. 4 weeks, it's not exactly. It's 8 weeks. This is really the next couple of months. And then the last 2 weeks on the end of it are just all peaceful and calm. Now, if I'm working it out right, that'll be from the start of the actual new year, or sort of from the second week of January, absolute calm. So there's not really anything to worry about. I wonder about the Irish connection, though. Where did that come from?
Let us know.
Yeah.
Irish person or Irish surname. Keep your eyes peeled.
Or Irish coffee.
Or Irish coffee.
Even better.
Brilliant. Right, now I think we're going to go over to Eric now, who is one of our off-screen psychics, who's the person I always say has got a brilliant sense of humour.
Yeah.
Wonderful guy. Hi, Eric.
Hi, Sarah.
How are you?
A bit cold today, but soon you make me warm up.
Oh, see, I said he's good. What's been going on with your week? Have you been busy?
It's not been too bad. It's not been overly busy, which is nice, but there's been some very good people coming through on the line. It's been really interesting.
Excellent. And will you explain a bit about what you specialise in, just so people know a bit more about you?
Well, quite a few things, actually. A lot of businesses I specialise in. and people that's lost somebody to spirit wanted to know what they're like over there, what it's like over there, and where do we go from here, sort of thing.
So medium,
yes.
A medium as well,
yes,
which is because a lot of people don't sort of understand it. I mean, I didn't until I came to the show what the difference was between a medium or a healer or a, it's all quite complicated. I know not to you because you specialise in it.
They're all part of the same family.
Right. So, I mean, things like a clairvoyant. What does that mean? Explain a few things to us now that you're on the phone.
Well, a clairvoyant is like in touch with like the psychic world, and clairvoyant will pick up on like your Indian guides or your Chinese guides, whichever.
Okay, but basically, if someone was wanting to contact one of their loved ones, someone recently deceased, you would be the person to speak to. You'd be a good person.
Hopefully, yes. There's no guarantees on that, as you know, so
and that's something I wanted to explain too, that they sort of have to be prepared to come forward as well, don't they? It's just like life, but just going on somewhere else. If you don't want to talk, you don't want to talk.
That's right. It's it's a matter of how well they are developed on the other side as well, because they have to develop on that side as well as we do on this side.
And can you help with things like that?
Oh yes. Anything on the spiritual nature I can help with.
So people are sort of interested in psychic development, and maybe they're feeling a bit like, because I've had friends that go, I can hear voices, or I think I've, seen ghosts. That's all. Maybe you're medium.
That's one of them that specialise in, yes.
Where did you learn this, or when did you find out you had this talent?
When I was about 15.
So it was very young.
That was way back in the 50s.
Oh, no!
Yes.
70s.
Yeah,
maybe.
70s. So you say you've known for a long time. I mean, was it something, because to a lot of people, when they kind of find this out, it's quite worrying to them, and it's quite scary. I mean, is there anything you can say to kind of reassure them about this?
But there's nothing at all to be frightened of. We are all well protected, provided we do the things the right way. I was first introduced to it by my auntie, who took me to a spiritualist church because I was suffering at the time with epilepsy.
Oh.
And she took me there for spiritual healing.
That's very interesting. So you were lucky in a way that you had sort of family members, though, that encouraged this.
That's right.
Oh, Eric, that's really interesting, because I always find it fascinating how people started. I know that David, it was through an illness, and, you've been doing it for years now as well, so that's brilliant. And, I mean, Eric, the one thing we love about you, and always stress on this show when we were kind of reading out the PIN numbers, is that you have got a great sense of humour as well, which I think...
I know. I mean...
You do need. I think you really need it, because, times of troubled times, to kind of see a bit of humour in things and give a bit of sort of love out is so important.
That's right.
So
it's not all doom and gloom. There's happiness, there's jovial in there, and the spirit people are just the same.
Perfect. It's great. It's really reassuring to hear things like that, though, and I'm sure just even this conversation will help a lot of people.
Well, I hope so.
Eric, can I read out one of the texts on screen and you answer it for us?
I'll give it the best shot I can.
Okay. Right, it's an anonymous saying, will me and my boyfriend ever settle down properly, stop the constant fallouts? My date of birth is the 19th of April 1974 and his is the 18th of December 1967.
Right.
So they're going to stop arguing.
There, isn't there?
There's a bit of an age gap there.
A bit of an age gap, but I don't think that's a problem. Well, a little bit. I'll just split the card and let's see if I can get a card out on this one. There seems to be somewhere along the line somebody needs motivating here.
Right, okay.
Maybe one of them needs to be kicked up the backside more often than usual. And that could be the Saji.
Okay, so any suggestions on how to kick them up the backside?
Tell them to learn to listen to each other more.
Okay, so communication.
There are obstacles there, but they will overcome them, sweetheart.
All right, brilliant. Thank you. Eric, what's your PIN number, just so everyone knows?
8018.
8018. Brilliant. It's been a pleasure, as always, talking to you.
It's always a pleasure to speak to you, Soraya.
Have a wonderful weekend.
And you, love.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that was fabulous, Eric, who is one of, again, favourite. I mean, all our psychics are brilliant, but, you know, like anything in life, you have your favourites. And Anne and Eric and people like that are, you know, have a soft spot for them. And as you can hear, even his voice is reassuring.
It's so uplifting.
Isn't it? It's really reassuring.
Exactly. It puts you in a good mood. And then, because you're sort of really comfortable with the person, you're not scared of asking personal questions, because in a reading, it's very, very awkward to sort of go, well, which man do you think I should go for? Or sort of saying, you know, I've got gynecological problems or something like that. You need someone that you feel comfortable with, and Eric is exactly that kind of person, that you're not going to sort of start blushing on the other side of the phone, that you can just tell him anything because he's been there, he's seen it, he's treated it, he's helped out.
And I do, you know, it's obviously confidential as well, but I do love the fact that he can bring a sense of humour into times when, and I think it's so important. I think, you know, my most miserable times, the friends of mine that have made me see a kind of humour somewhere in it is what's got me through. So he's great. His PIN number's 8018, so you can give him a call on 0906 1250 100. And remember, the off-screen psychics went all through the weekend as well, so they really do a great job. Now, gorgeous Vass is down there in the box. That's where we like to keep him on screen. If you're wondering who that is another off-screen psychic. He answers all our private texts. So if you want to send a text message, but you want to keep it private and confidential, that is the man that will answer it. You just text the word mystic, leave a space, and then your message, and send it off to always the same text number, which is 87777. Back to those texts. Oh, we're actually going to break in a moment. So, Anonymous, stay where you are. We're leaving you on a bit of a cliffhanger. If you see your text there, don't worry, we'll be back to it in a few short moments. Remember, the competition is running. You can leave us your answer, name, answer and telephone number on 0905 652 1600. The question is, in Jules' deck of cards, what does the owl represent? What does it mean? Give us a call, stay connected. We'll be getting a winner at 3 o'clock.